Hello, my name is Samuel Pewterbot. Welcome to my video essay on Akira and the Fear for the Future. So, Akira is a cult classic film that was released in 1988 and has been a huge influence on America's appreciation for Japanese animation. Um, it's been such an impact on us that the film has been referenced in so many other forms of media, whether it be cartoons, movies, or even advertisements. Um, the film is about 35 years old, and it has stood the test of time. The main message of this film, that at least I believe I thought to be, was the fear for the future, as the title mentions. More importantly, it talks about the fears for the future, such as the increasing of advancement of technology, AI, robots, and just the fear of, if the further we continue to advance, some unknown horror we could unleash upon the world. The first thing I would like to talk about the Akira movie is its sound design. It's one of the elements that I thought it did the best in the film, and it just created this feeling of like mystical wonder, and then certain events would happen and you would feel like it's a high-speed chase, just tensions really high, and it's just very good at creating those moments. The interesting thing about the music is how the composer was very and how the music was written, and the songs in the film are actually named after the characters in the film. So there's the song Tetsuo, and there's the song Canada, and the characteristics of those songs just really speak to how meticulous the composer was with this film. The film definitely takes place in a futuristic setting, so most of the music is composed with cyberpunk and synth type beats, which creates this futuristic, mysterious world that we explore as the movie progresses. The second element of the film I would like to explore is its mise-en-scène, which is its background, its scenery, and all the little details that you see while watching the movie. The film takes place in the distant future of quote-unquote 2019, and everything is extremely futuristic, along with a vast economic disparity among the populace. The film has several gorgeous frames of city skylines, laboratories, and several other futuristic facilities. Throughout the film, there is a continuous art style that is both eye-catching and visually pleasing. The film is also a bit on the gory side, depicting blood, body horror, and nudity. These details are not the main focus of the film, but I believe they reinforce the seriousness and the tone that the film presents as you watch it. The academic article Embodying the Future, Akira and the Technology Science Fiction goes into how Akira's style of postmodernism isn't as clean, sleek, or technologically dominant as most films that explore this medium. Uses its futuristic setting to replace modes of transportation, food vending, and other day-to-day accommodations similar to Star Wars. In both films, certain aspects are extremely futuristic, like commercial space travel or super advanced medical technology, yet the lower class population still functions closer to a Western or slum type environment. Not everything in this film is pristine and super modern. Returning back to the mise-en-scène, during this time of animation in the 90s, everything that was technological was given so much detail, like much more detail than it was honestly really needed. But it was a welcomed art style at the time. Such examples would include the transformation scene of Unicron from Transformers the movie, and also just a lot of Japanese animation at the time, where there's just this technology. There were so many flashing lights and buttons that you could see on like these consoles and stuff, and I just thought that that was interesting to show that to the viewers, especially the city skylines in this film. Towards the beginning of the film, when Canada and his friends are riding their bikes on the freeway, it just shows the vastness and just technological splendor that the city holds, where there's spotlights flashing up in the air, the streets are lit up, and it almost looks like it's Vegas with how many lights there are. Now to the main course of this video essay. The societal theme that the title is based off of is Akira's fear for the future. And what I mean by this is the fear of advancement or progress while wanting to hold on to tradition and safety. Near the end of the film, one of the characters, Tetsuo, turns into a monster where his flesh is merged with surrounding metal, creating an abomination. The metal that is incorporated into the monster, I believe, represents the fear of technological advancement and the possibility of corrupting humanity. The flesh of the monster I interpreted as the humanity that is left after the monster was created. The flesh of humanity is tainted by rapid technological advancement, diluting the person's state of mind, turning Tetsuo from being a human into a monster who's no longer able to control his body. One of my written reviews, Akira Review, Apocalyptic Anime's Startling Message of Global Annihilation, talks about the idea of how this film is a pre- and post-apocalyptic parable that plays off of the bombing of Hiroshima. In the film, there is a character named Akira, and he is one of the first children to develop psychic powers through medical intervention. This power becomes so great that the child unintentionally nuked most of Tokyo, claiming thousands of lives. The boy was dismembered and put away in cold storage to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. This event has left its mark on this society as people fear the name Akira as it relates to death and destruction. Some people begin to worship the name Akira in hopes that if Akira awakens, they will be spared. These people are closer to fanatics or zealots of Akira and are seen as lunatics by the masses. The argument to be made about these themes is that it's a conflict of interest. On one hand, humanity has always wanted to progress forward and create new creations, both good and bad. On the other hand, those who want to avoid more bad things from being unleashed upon the world want to remain in the past and old ways of thinking. We can't make progress or advancements without the risk of changing the world for the better or worse. If anything, I felt like this film was almost like a cautionary tale where we should be weary of new ways of thinking and new technology that is being created, and remember to hold on to our morals as human beings.